Done. Okay, now the question is this. Why is it Arjuna is asking this question? Every chapter you have to build the connection. Why after 12th chapter, the 13th chapter? Anybody? Why this chapter is needed? Why does it come into being? Why such questions are being asked? He is simply asking. You know that's not happening. There is a reason why they are asking these 6 questions. Anybody? I think I have given you opportunity to speak. Anybody? It's not forced mute, not today. Yes. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Nobody is giving me an answer today. Everybody is silent. What happened? Nobody wants to speak.
Repeat your question, Prabhuji.
Okay. See, my question is this. Why this chapter? Why these questions at all by Arjuna? What was the last chapter yesterday? Anybody remembers what was the main topic yesterday?
Bhakti Yoga.
So when Bhakti Yoga is the conclusion, is the highest thing, then why ask all this kind of question? He has understood Bhakti, then why all these questions? He clarified. Last chapter he asked a question, what is the greatest to meditate on you like a bhakta or to meditate on you some power and light energy? Krishna said, no, become a bhakta. And he heard, Krishna kept saying, dearest to me, dearest to me, dearest to me, very, very dear to me. Then why all these questions after all that? Anybody can connect the two chapters?
Because he saw the Vishwarupa Darshan.
And that's why the 12th chapter came into being. He asked Krishna, which is better, to be a personal devotee or see things like Vishwarupa? Krishna said, no, become personal devotee. That is higher than seeing Vishwarupa or power, energy, light of the Lord. Correct?
Prabhuji, Prabhuji, Arjuna wants to improve his knowledge.
Why?
Because
Why?
first 6 chapters, he was talking about karma, and the other chapters, he was talking about the bhakti. Now, the other chapters, he wants to improve his knowledge.
No, but the bhakti is highest. Then why knowledge?
How to attain that level
Why
of
he's not
bhakti?
convinced? Krishna said bhakti is greatest. And is he not convinced? Then why he wants knowledge now?
How to attain that level of
Hare,
bhakti?
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, he got the answer. I asked Mataji, what do you want to say?
Hare Krishna. To know the connection between the bhakti, the Atma and the Paramatma.
Okay, that is there already. That is already taught. Yeah, to know. The question is to know. K-N-O-W, correct? Now he has understood bhakti is greatest. Now through knowledge, he wants to surrender to Krishna. Now he wants to extricate himself out of this world. Urdham Mula Mada Shaka. He wants to cut out this attachment to the metal world and hold the lotus feet of Krishna, but he's entangled. He wants to know your position. Now the next chapter is Satoguna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna, how Maya is holding me. And the last 15th chapter will be how to grasp the lotus feet of Krishna. Okay, you understand this point? He wants to surrender to Krishna. He wants now to, he understood bhakti is the greatest, but to achieve that, he wants knowledge. First 6 chapters are how to attain bhakti through karma. The middle 6 chapters are bhakti itself. And the last 6 chapters are how to attain bhakti through knowledge. Correct? So nothing is wrong. Everything can be used in the service of Krishna. So he wants to know all these things so that he can surrender to Krishna. Correct? He has understood now surrender to Krishna is the highest thing, but how to surrender? That's the knowledge he wants. He wants to understand the position. Yes, Lekash, Elampali, you are raising your hand. You want to say something?
Prabhuji, what is the meaning of Kshetra?
Are वही तो अभी class है, don't worry. The whole class today is on Kshetragna. Yes, chalo, let us start the class. Enough of introduction today. 6 things are there important. Arjuna asked. Prakriti. Prakriti means metal nature. Purusha means the enjoyer of Prakriti. Correct. Purusha is always termed as enjoyer. Kshetra, the body. And Kshetragna, the knower of the body. This is the revolution. Kshetragna, Purusha. Where the people are idea of. Actually, we are not Purusha, we are also Prakriti only. But artificially, we have taken the role of Purusha. We are not Purusha, is only God. We are all Prakriti. 7th chapter, Krishna said, Bhumi apo analo vayu kammano buddhi evacha ahankara ite me bhinna prakriti ashtada. The 8 energies of mind. And then apare to anyam prakriti vidhi me param. I have a superior energy also. Again, Prakriti. Prakriti is for the Purusha, for enjoyment of the Purusha. So we are also Prakriti. The body is also Prakriti. But we are artificially trying to be a Purusha. That's our problem. A boy is artificially dressing and trying to be a girl. That's the problem. Or a girl is trying to dress like a man. That's the problem. Kshetra, the field, and Kshetragna is the knower of the field. The soul is different from the body. The body is the field, and Kshetragna is the knower of the field, the soul. And not only we are the knower of the body, the super soul, God is the knower of all the bodies. This actually chapter is Kshetra, Kshetragna, Vibhaga. Difference between body and the knower of the body. The scientists have till not been able to, I don't know what they are doing 300 years. Some people are telling, don't use strong word. Sometimes it says silly, sometimes I got hurt. Even reality was my father. He, just not to glorify my upbringing, my father is a professor, So mother became a devotee. Father was a great scientist, and I used strong word. He said, why do you keep insulting the scientists all the time? You are not bad people. I say, you are all conclusions of nonsense. So Kshetragna, field and the knower of the field. Till now, the scientists have not understood. I am not the body, I am knower of the body. They have not understood this. Therefore, I showed you in the class on the 18 reasons we are not the body. We had that class or not in this? Did I do that for you all? I didn't do it all.
We did.
We did. So in that, you remember I showed you the hard problems the modern scientists are having. Why material phenomena is accompanied by an experience. They can't solve this. Because this, suppose I'm having this, I got a small stand for my mobile. Now, why this doesn't go an experience, but I have an experience. If somebody holds me like this, I get mad. But why? But they think we are just jelly here. But why? There is an experience. Today was a good day. You feel at the end of the day, don't you feel like that? Correct? Mobile doesn't say that was a good day today. But why? If you are just a machine, we should not have an experience, but you have an experience. It was a good day. So why Kshetragna? So they are not able to distinguish in Kshetra. They are thinking only Kshetra there. No, we are Kshetragna. I'm not the Kshetra. I'm the knower of the Kshetra. There's a revolution here. I'm not Prakriti, I'm Purusha, the enjoyer. Or at least I'm trying to become Purusha. And then Jnanam, the knowledge, and Nayam, object of knowledge. So this chapter is little analytical. This chapter is actually a big chapter. I will take practically till 7:30 in discussing only. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, I want to know about all these things, the 6 things, okay? Now Krishna says, okay, in the previous also, Krishna immediately replies, first one, O son of Kunti, the body is called the field, and one who knows this body is called the knower of the field. Okay? The body of son of Kunti is the field, and know the body is called the knower of the field. Okay? Kshetra, Kshetragna. Just like a garden. You are not a garden, you are gardener. You are knower of the garden. You know what's all happening in the garden. Your apples are getting ready, your mosam is getting ready, your different vegetables are getting ready. You're knower of the field, not the field. Kshetragnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Kshetragnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetra. You are the knower in all the... Krishna says, okay, you are the knower in your body, but I am the knower in all the bodies. And that is Krishna's love. Because Bhagavad Gita is finally a very personal message. It is not some machine energy. The Lord is actually standing with you personally. And all stages of consciousness you are in, you sleep or dream or awake, He's always with you. is witnessing everything. Okay? Saying background sound will remain, so you all don't mind. You all don't mind if I make force mute now. How do I do that? Here. Okay. So please forgive me. I didn't want to do force mute because I like to teach with conversation throughout, but that will spoil some of your people quality time. So let me quickly finish, then we can discuss. Okay. So there are different stages of consciousness. When the soul is connected to nothing, that's called deep sleep. When it is connected to the mind, that's dream. Soul is connected to the body and the external world and the mind, everything connected, that's wakefulness. And there is one more stage, even more advanced, that is Turiya, transcendental to when it is connected to the Lord. Feels spiritual happiness. That's what the Vedas are pushing us for, to relate to the Lord and come to the original natural position. So I may be the owner of my field, Kshetrajna, but Krishna is the owner of all the fields. Rishibi Bahuda Gitam Chandobhi Vividai Pritak Brahma Sutra Padas Chaiva Hetu Madhvivinashitam. Krishna, this knowledge when I'm telling you field, know the field, everything, is been written by Vedavyasa. He quotes Vedavyasa. Somebody was talking to me about other rishis. Krishna doesn't quote them. They're not of much value. Once Vedavyasa comes, all chapter is closed now. He wrote Vedanta Sutra, he defeated everybody. You should read, therefore, as somebody wants, you write to me, I'll send you. Because I teach this in colleges, philosophy, comparison between 6 philosophies, in brief, in detail. Detail, I send to somebody, they're already thankful. You write to me, I'll send you. Very detailed analysis of 6 philosophies and how. Maybe I'll put it up in this itself. I don't know whether I put up in my teachable. Let me take a feedback. How is it useful when I put some PDFs and videos in the teachable? I'm just taking feedback. Is it useful there, or I should put in the WhatsApp itself?
Teachable is useful, Prabhuji.
Better, no, one place. It stays there.
Yes,
But are
Prabhuji.
you able to go to quiz which you already done in teachable? No, na? Take the next one.
Yes,
Na?
yes.
So when you are do a quiz, all of the material you can just download. Not use it or delete it, but just download everything. Nice. I'm putting very nice bhajans with explanation. Just download and we can.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Doing that.
we listen to that version also.
Oh, really? There itself? That's good. That's good. Very good. Chalo, this is a new experience. And in fact, if some of you, anybody is a software engineer, just I will send a Google form. People can, whichever way they can help me, because we can integrate right in the website itself and customize is better. Instead of buying the teachable software, which we have done now, every month you have to pay them hefty amount. We can buy the source code, which is available, basic code, which Teachable just uses the basic program. We can itself buy that program and integrate in the website. Then I can customize it totally. Here, Teachable, I cannot fully customize, and some people have problem. I can't do anything about because it's somebody else's website I'm entering. Okay, anyway, so welcome to give suggestions. I go back. So Rishi Bhi Bahuda. So Krishna is quoting Vedanta Sutras. Chandobhi, very famous. Vedanta Sutra. Brahma Sutra. Vedanta Sutra is also known as Brahma Sutra. And Vedavyasa is Krishna's incarnation only. Krishna is going to say that in the 15th chapter, the 13th. Vedesh sarva aham eva vedya Vedanta krit. I compiled the Vedas, referring to the incarnation of Vedavyasa. And Vedanta Sutras are very well organized, but it's all reason to cause and effect. Now, this is something to explain today. These are Panchakosha. Again. Anybody knows the Panchakosha? Some of you may know. Anybody knows what are Panchakoshas?
5 bodies that we have.
Okay. How do you say that?
Annamaya Kosha,
Soul.
and Pranamaya Kosha, and Vijnanamaya Kosha. And
What is the meaning?
Annamaya Kosha is just the physical body, and Pranamaya Kosha is also physical body, subtle body, and then Gnanamaya Kosha is the mind. Manonmaya Kosha is the mind. Gnanamaya Kosha is the intellect, and Vijnanamaya Kosha is the soul.
Okay, interesting, interesting. Any other way you can analyze it? Panchakosha is very famous. Many people know about it. See, I will give you a very simple explanation. The beginning of life is Annamaya. If I get my food, my life is done. Many people are on that level. You give them nice food, they go and sleep. Nothing else in life they want. Mostly people in labor jobs, they are like that. They get good meal, life is success. Prabhupada said, therefore, government should ensure people should get good meal, there will be no agitation. People will be peaceful. Pranamaya, next level, you want to secure your life. Just like you got food, that's not enough. You have to secure your wife, secure your children. Prana, life, you want to protect it. Then Jnanamaya. Once these two things are done, you have some food and your life is secure, then people think that's the success of life. Particularly in Kali Yuga, there's a joke, Bhagavatam laughs at that. People in Kali Yuga become satisfied by just this thing. If they can feed themselves, he's called an expert. He can feed himself and feed his family and protect them. He's considered an expert. Because life is so disorganized today. Previously, see, basically agriculture society. This is not an issue at all. Enough grain is there in the house. Food is not an issue. Protection is not an issue. Well organized society. And Annamaya, Pranamaya is animal life and not human life. Even animals share Annamaya, Pranamaya. They eat and they protect themselves. Jnanamaya, when these two things are there, people start now coming to the next platform. They start philosophizing. Something they start thinking. Starts. Vijnanamaya is that when they meet the Shastra or somebody knows the Shastras, they get some big spatial. Vijnana means Vishesha Jnana, not ordinary Jnana. They understand there is a difference between body and soul. And Anandamaya is when the soul starts relating to the Lord, it feels unlimited spiritual happiness. So as you go up, your happiness is increasing. Mostly we stay at Annamaya situation or Pranamaya. Few of us start philosophizing when these two things are done. But very rare people get to Vishesha Jnana. Very, very rare. Till Jnanamaya, very common. I think everybody has some philosophy of life, Jnanamaya. But Vishesha, I also used to have so much philosophies when I was in 8th class, 10th class. I was always philosophical in nature. And I used to keep talking to my friends philosophy. They say, why you always talk philosophy? I said, no. But when I read Bhagavad Gita, I got stunned. All my philosophy I threw in the dustbin. All nonsense it was till now. Because so clear it is. Vijnana, Vishesha Jnana. And then Anandamaya is spiritual happiness you experience in relation to the Lord. Therefore, even in the neophyte stage, when I start chanting Hare Krishna, I start tasting Anandamaya. We directly jump all the koshas and come to the highest kosha. Okay, it's interesting. Annamaya, Pranamaya, different ways to look at it. Mataji's analysis was very good, different bodies. But I'm talking about happiness at different platform now. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Now the Kshetra is been divided. This chapter is basically about Kshetra and Kshetragna. So not much in the chapter in one way, but details are too many. The 5 great elements is, the earth, water, fire, air, ether. And if you remember, I dwelt on it on the 7th chapter. So let me not go again. The false ego is our ahankara. I am the enjoyer. That's also one energy. It's not just a concept. Intelligence. That's another energy. Intelligence. Intelligence is stronger than the mind. Mind is sankalpa, vikalpa. I don't like. Intelligence, this should not be done. This was stronger than the unmanifest. The 3 modes of mental nature, unmanifest or better pradhana, where everything is there together. Unmanifest mental energy, then it becomes mahattattva, which is manifest. This is the Vedic definition of creation, different stages the material energy takes. Soul is coming in one way. But the creation is happening through mental energy, so there are different stages. The 10 senses, 5 input, 5 output. Eyes, nose, tongue, ear, and skin. Input. 5 output. Mouth, hands, legs, anus, genital. The mind is the 11th sense always. Is another energy. All of us are mind, we know. The 5 sense objects. Eyes, it is rupa. Ear, it is shabda. Tongue is rasa. Skin, it is sparsha. Nose, it is gandha. So these are 24. Count 5, great element 5, false ego 6, intelligence 7, unmanifested 8, 10 senses 18, mind the 19, 5 sense object 24. That's a Sankhya. Sankhya means you're breaking the Kshetra into 24 element. Why? I'm not the Kshetra. Identifying I'm different, I'm Kshetragna, not the Kshetra. And my interaction with this, the soul interaction with the 24 element, bring desire, hatred, happiness, and distress. Very nice. This we can understand. So field of activity and the interaction. Field of activity divided into 24 and the interaction with that. Now, to achieve spiritual knowledge, real knowledge of the Lord, you have to have these 20 qualities. That's the next point. This is a big topic now. This chapter is actually very big, but we will make it shorter because detail, not everybody may not be interested. Each one I have defined in the notes you will get. I've just taken everything from the book only. I've not done anything myself. Humility, pridelessness. See, even in a college you go, if you're not humble and prideless, how can you learn? Non-violence. We should be not give pain to another people. Tolerance. No college will allow you to hit another student. Don't do that. And there is a deep definition has been given of this also. Tolerance, simplicity. It should be simple, not duplicitous. Mind is peaceful. Accepting a spiritual master. Guru is very important in spiritual life or any life. You cannot, Milka saying to run for 100 meters needed a guru, and you want to go from here to kingdom of God without guru. Cleanliness. You have to bathe and chant to keep the heart clean. Just by bathing, you don't become purified. You have to wash your mind also. Steadiness, determined to make progress, self-control, renunciation of sense object, absence of false ego, perception of the evil. This is very important. Janma-mrityu jara vyadhi is really pain. We should have perception of that. Detachment, be ready to correct. The real suffering of the life is birth, old age, disease, death. Birth is a pain. I shared one video in Teachable, if you know, Born Again, Death Again. Anybody saw that? It's a very amazing video.
Yes, we have seen that, how painful it is.
I was
Every
going
stage.
to Teachable yesterday night. I saw it in chapter 2 or 3.
Amazing, no? That video is mind-boggling. You can download anything you like from there. I put down and share in the WhatsApp. But let the source be that, because everybody can get that. If I put here, this may not be seen because, WhatsApp, it goes up and down, correct? There it's like a library. You take it down, share it, discuss it. That's from the Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, the end, 30th chapter. 3rd canto Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is so great. The description of development of child in the womb. Everything is exact. I talked to a medical student. They say, sir, everything matches our books. But how did he do that? Shukamuni, because he had no, some scanning facility. This day this happened, this day this happened, this day. Everything is exact. From Bhagavatam it has been taken. And when you agree all that, you have to agree the next thing is taking that because the soul is not the body. And he prays to the Lord is unbelievable. We all did that. And we said, my Lord, take me out of this womb. I'll surrender to you. And when he came, we forget that. All Acharyas say this actually. You made a promise. You made a promise. Why you forgotten? So very interesting. So birth, we don't know the pain, but Vedas inform. Pain of birth and death, we don't know. Old age and disease, we know. We see old age and disease in the world, but death, we don't know whether it is painful. It's very, very painful. Shastra is like hundreds of scorpion biting together. Yes, Ling, you have something to say?
Sorry, by mistake.
Okay. So it's very painful. Death is very painful. It says hundreds of scorpion biting together. Some people say peaceful death in the sleep. Death is equally peaceful on the road accident or on the bed surrounded by relatives. It's very painful. Detachment from sacrifice, ready to sacrifice. No entanglement with wife. Yes. Even-mindedness. Unallied devotion service. That's most important. Ananya Bhakti we discussed yesterday. Ananya Bhakti is the greatest thing. Aspiring to live in a solitary place, keep away from worldly minded people. Detach on general mass of people, same spirit. And understanding spiritual life is very important, self-realization very important, and philosophically searching out absolute. These 20 elements are actually one developing over another. Begins with humility, then prideless, then non-violence, then tolerance, goes up, 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 and intense desire to know the truth, the last one. Now, if we have done this 20, then it's very easy. Okay, you understood? Because knowledge of Krishna is not different from Krishna. If you want to invite Krishna to your house, he will send somebody with a checklist. All these things are ready. Just like you're inviting Prime Minister of India to your house, you to expect somebody will come with a checklist, correct? Seeing the security arrangements in your house, seeing, you know that they will do that or not. All black cat commandos will come check everything. So there's some checklist they will have. So similarly, you should also have the 20 checklists if you want Krishna in your life. So these things should be developed. I should now explain because knowledge of Krishna is not different from Krishna. That's the reason. Understanding Krishna is as good as inviting Krishna person. No difference in Krishna, the knowledge, Krishna, the person. That's like I said, there's no difference between Krishna name and Krishna. There's no difference in Krishna's knowledge and Krishna. Now explain the knowable. Now you want to talk about the Paramatma, the real knowable. We are also knowable, but no big deal about us, Paramatma. By which will taste the eternal Brahman, the spirit, beginningless, and lies beyond the cause and effect of the material world. Now, everything about Lord is contradictory. Somebody had put up a question. God says, I am present everywhere. Jagat Avyakta. But at the same time, he says, I am not present. It's contradictory, no? I don't know whether you saw that. Everywhere that person put that question. We have a question, ask one place, 20 place. I said, this kind of question we should not answer. Because if you ask, you should be humble, not like this. They want to show I have a question. That's not good. Ask a question, one place. Why 20 places you put up? But I told him, just read the purport. He said, I got my answer. The purpose very nicely explains this, all the shlokas. My request will be, not only you read the shlokas from the book, read the explanation. Very nice. Sarvendriya gunabhasam, sarvendriya vivarja. It's contradictory. How can the God has all this thing? He's the original source of senses, but he's without. So how can we have the two things together? Yeah. Sarvendriya, he has all the senses, but he is without. His original senses, but doesn't have senses. He has, because he has spiritual senses. He said, God, sometimes in the Shastra says God is Nirakara, and at the same time he said God is Shyamasundara. Some people say, that aspect is nice, Nirakara. No, you have to accept both. Then how do you reconcile? God doesn't have material form, therefore it's called Nirakara. So Sarvendriya Vivarjata means he has spiritual senses, not material senses. As Paramatma, he's watching everything, he has eyes, his ears, he's hearing whatever you're doing. But he doesn't have material eyes, spiritual eyes. Therefore, Krishna doesn't blink eyes. Blinking is a phenomenon of the material world. He transcends the modes of nature, at the same time the master of the modes of nature. He's the controller of Maya, but Maya cannot touch him. It looks contradictory, but it is everything. God is contradictory because he's beyond us. He's not like us. For us, it is contradictory, not for him. He entered both internally, externally. I want to keep this alive. Sorry, now I have to make force mute the other way. He both internal, external. Internal is and external. He's both inside and he's outside. How is it possible? It is possible for him. He sits in everybody's heart as Paramatma. When Uttara ran to Krishna, very big analysis, Uttara devotion, she didn't ask. When Draupadi was in trouble, first she asked other people, then she asked Krishna. Uttara did not even ask anybody, straight ran to Krishna. So her surrender in the analysis was even better than Draupadi. She just came to Krishna, save me. What is that? On Brahmastra is attacking my move. Please help me. Let me die, but my child should survive. Parikshit Maharaj was in the womb. If you know Abhimanyu's son, she was pregnant, Uttara, and Ashwatthama wanted to kill the last person in that dynasty. So when she came, Krishna immediately in front of everybody is standing, but inside the womb also he went as Paramatma. He took a Vishnu form, Narayana form, and with his gada, he was hitting the effulgence, beating out the effect of Brahmastra onto the womb, and he was protecting the child. And the child Parikshit Maharaj actually had darshan of the Lord. So you're both externally present and internally present. Krishna can do that. For us, it is not possible. Because it is not possible, you think God cannot do. Yeah, for you it is contradictory, not for him. It's beyond the power of mental sense to see and know. Although very far away, he is very near to us. Contradictory? Yes, it is possible for him. He is in the heart of everybody, but another aspect, he is in the spiritual world, which is very far away. So the three aspects of God, Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagwan. Certain statement about Brahman aspect, Krishna says, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta. Avyakta means not a personal aspect. Krishna is present in this world. But he said, Naham tesho vasita, that is his Bhagwan aspect. He is not here. So many ways we can understand this shlokas. He is everything. He is the source of light, luminous, he is beyond the material nature, he is unmanifest knowledge, he is the object of knowledge. You can understand He's situated in everyone's heart. I made some bit animation. He's the light, he's the object of knowledge, he's there in the heart. Yes. This is the Kshetrajna, the two Kshetrajna which are there, the soul and the Lord. Soul, we are also Kshetrajna, and we are busy jumping in the tree of the body, enjoying the fruits of the body. Through the senses, we are trying to enjoy the world. A Lord is not attracted by the silly fruits we are eating. He's just watching. Kshetrajna. But he's also the Kshetrajna in all the bodies. But you don't have to stand in queue to meet him. He's personally there in your heart. You can say, my Lord, thank you for accompanying me. You're so kind to me. You're so merciful. Nobody loves me more than you love. You can't even leave me. You're tied to me by love. Correct? So if you offer prayer, you're hearing, oh my God, you recognize my presence from Bhagavad Gita. Thank you. You want to say to Paramatma, please teach me something. If you say Krishna Paramatma has already taught Bhagavad Gita, first you read that. Say, your son comes to you. Papa, give me 100 rupees. What do you say? I gave you 100 yesterday. Have you spent? No, it's with me. First you spend that, I'll give you. Similarly, people say, why is God not talking to me? So you already talked that Bhagavad Gita. First you read that. If you need more, you'll talk. Thus the field of activity, knowable knowledge has been summarily described. Only my devotee can understand it thoroughly and attain to my nature. Now there was some talk about Paramatma. It will come again. About material nature, now it comes back to about Prakriti. This chapter has so many things. Prakriti, Purusha. Metal nature and living entity should be understood with beginning less. It's metal nature is also, metal energy is also eternal. Living entity, Satma is also eternal. But metal nature keeps transforming. Their transformation. The metal nature keeps transforming and gives you varieties of bodies. Other products of metal nature. Karya karyana kartritve hetu prakriti uchyate. Purusha sukha dukkha nam bhoktura hetu uchyate. Nature is said to be the cause of all metal activities and effects. It's transforming. Metal energy is eternal, but it keeps transforming different shape. Living entity is the cause of various. So you desire different kind of thing, therefore different bodies are gifted to you by metal nature. You desire to eat anything, everything, then pig's body is getting ready for you. It'll be gift from metal nature. Take 84 lakh species, it will give you anything you're based on your desires. Just like this shirt is made on the shape of my body, it fits my body. So similarly, the metal body is made based on the subtle mind you're having. What kind of shape it has, what kind of desires it has. Seeing that, Krishna gives it the next body. So what kind of desires you're cultivating gives it the next body. Purusha prakritistohi bhungte prakriti jan gunan karanam guna sangvasya sadasaj yoni janmashu. Karanam guna sangvasya, with the association of the metal nature, sadasaj janma yonishu, we get more. So this is very important, this line, karanam guna, what we associate. We go through a rose garden, we take a nice flavor. So we come to higher devata and we go to Vaikuntha. We go to a bad garden, bad smell. So you have bad company, it's like a bad smell. Then the smell is there in the air. Not easy to come out of it. So similarly, we should see that we go through only rose gardens. Don't go to dirty ditch places. We naturally avoid So even consciousness, we should not associate with people who are infected by unwanted things. We should be careful. Upadishta, Anumanta, Bharata, Bhokta. These are the more nature of the Paramatma coming now. Upadishta means he is overseer. Anumanta, sanctioner. So Paramatma is not just sitting there, he's very active. He's doing various things. Upadishta means he is overseeing everything that's happening. He does not blink his eye. And Anumanta, sanctioning. Bharata, Bhokta, Maheshwara. He is the enjoyer. Paramatma iti chapi yukto dehe asmin. Purusha para is known as super soul, the Paramatma. One who understands what he understands, this philosophy concerning the material nature, the living entity, the interaction modes of nature is sure to attain liberation. And then what will happen? One who understands this philosophy concerning material nature, living entity, interaction modes is sure to attain liberation. He will not take birth again regardless of the present situation. So how do you achieve now, understand the super soul? Some try to, through meditation, they try to see Paramatma is there in your heart. That's what I discussed 6th chapter. You see the Paramatma by meditation. Some cultivate knowledge. Through knowledge, they try to understand the presence of Paramatma. Some people do by devotional work. Working, not devotional work, rather it's called Nishkama Karma Yoga, which slowly start becoming like Bhakti Yoga. Nishkama is doing activity without a desire for personal profit. And connecting that to the Lord gradually starts to understand God. But in Kali Yuga, something even more better is to begin to worship the Lord upon hearing about Him from others. That is the best. Not come spiritual knowledge, begin to worship Supreme Person upon hearing about Him from others, because the tendency to hear from authority, they also transfer the path of Bhakti. So all this cultivating, meditation, all this Kali Yuga are not practical. But what you are doing now, just attentively hearing about it. That's the way it will work in Kali Yuga. And you all know this is Devahuti asking, his mother asking from the son about spiritual knowledge. This discussion is recorded in the 3rd canto of Bhagavata. The born again, death again was part of this discussion. O chief of Bharata, whatever you see in existence, moving and non-moving, is a combination of Kshetra and Kshetragna, field and the knower of the field. One who sees the super soul is accompanying all image soul in all body, understand neither soul, super soul is ever destroyed. Yeah, actually good. He is seeing properly. Actually sees. Understand neither the soul nor the super soul ever destroyed, actually sees. Good. Both are eternal. Atma is also eternal, Paramatma is also eternal. And Lord is accompanying us everywhere. You go do obnoxious activity, go to the pig's body, now for lakhs of years, you'll be there in some rotten forms. Krishna is very patiently there with you. One who sees the super soul equally present. You know, now they say in phone call, you see so many companies, with phone call is make, my computer is not running. They are with you for some time, 2 hours. Do this, press this, press this. Similarly, Krishna is always with us. One who sees the super soul equally present everywhere in every body, does not degrade himself with the mind, approaches the transcendental destination. You know, when we were a small child, I remember, first the mother goes to the shop, father goes to office. We are waiting as 2 brothers we were. Next, the mother goes to market, then both of us to run small and open the TV and sit down because they will not allow us to see that. About Doordarshan, one channel was there, only one channel. Later, we came advanced, 2 Doordarshan channels. And it will come dum-dum, and we used to be so excited. So parents are there, you don't do any activity because they're aware. Similarly, if you're aware the Lord is watching you, you'll be very careful what you're doing. It does not degrade himself by the mind. He's very careful. He approaches the transcendental destination. And you know the Lord is everywhere, he's very careful, respectful. He doesn't give a pain to anybody because you know he's giving inconvenience. The Lord is watching, you are giving pain to another child. One who can see that all activities are performed by the body and created by material nature and see the self does nothing. In the sense, the body does it, not the self does nothing. You are still bound with the laws of karma. You desire. Actually, only thing the soul does is desire. Everything is enacted, but that's your karma. You desire. So this is simple model. Actually, real model is you're not driving. God is driving. You're sitting next. You know the toy car is there. you are driving, but actually when you learn driving, they were driving car, the steering is the other person actually. But you get a kick that I'm driving. That's the real thing. But anyway, even understanding this simple model, see, he's seeing he has his own eyes. He can directly see, but he get locked to the eyes of the body. That's what the soul is doing now foolishly. Soul doesn't need these eyes. It has its own eyes. It can see directly. And when a soul sees directly, first see the Lord standing next to him and falls at his feet. And Lord, you're so kind to me, so merciful. You're so near to me, and you are my well-wisher. And you have come to take me back from this, my foolishness, and take me back to my happiness, spiritual world. So we can see, so presently we are not like that, totally trapped. A very interesting analysis. Suppose I put you inside a robot. That's what will happen. You're seeing everything from the eyes of the robot, but you can see directly, but you're seeing through that. Your eyes are glued to the TV. Sometimes people have accident, they walk on the road with the mobile on. So like that, your eyes are glued to the TV. And what is the TV taking information from the camera of the robot? You start feeling you're the robot. It's a virtual reality. The sky, due to subtle nature, does not mix with anything. Does not mix with anything, although it's all pervading. Similarly, the soul does not mix with the body. It doesn't get dissolved in blood or by your acid. Nothing happens to the soul. It's totally spiritual. Oh, Bharat, the sun alone can illuminate the whole universe. So the living entity, the Kshetrajna, illuminates the whole entire body by consciousness. That's the one it is conscious. And this is the slide I shared for today's class. One who knowingly sees the difference between the body and this is clear? Just because of the presence of the small particle of the soul, whole body is full of consciousness. Matter is not conscious. All at periodic table, whatever hundreds of elements they're not conscious. All are dead. Atoms, electrons, boson. We go to whatever level, small or big, everything is dead. But soul is living. The soul is Mahan, greater than anything else. It's conscious. One who knowingly sees the difference between the body and the owner of the body, Kshetra and Kshetrajna, can understand the process of liberation of bondage and attain to the supreme goal. Done. I finished the chapter. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yes, any questions on this? No questions? You can raise your hand. So let me keep it open now. We are friends now. It's open. Anybody start speaking. Any question? You unmute yourself, you can speak. Rai, you can unmute yourself. We have already unmuted everybody. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Boliye. 3327033621. Your number. Yeah.
My name is M. Venkatraman, Guruji.
Very nice name, Venkata.
Yeah, I am from Kolkata.
Govinda. Huh? Yes.
I am from Kolkata.
Yes. Tell me.
And it has been a very enriching experience attending these classes in the morning. And my question is, you have talked about these 5 stages. So is it necessary that after you get over the first stage, then only you can go to the second or third, or you can directly go to any third or fourth stage?
You chant the Nama of the Lord, you directly jump to the 5th stage, but visible it will be that you have also crossed. It will be visible in your personality. Cleanliness is next to godliness, correct? So we have already achieved. Say, आपको doctor का degree मिल गया, so we will see actually if you study or you already know everything about, even though you are a special person, we gave you a directory degree, but you would have gone through the lower stages automatically.
In fact, I found this very interesting because I am a management student, and there is one law called Maslow's hierarchy, where these 5 stages are
quite similar. But so
I immediately got connected to that Maslow's hierarchy theory.
But he doesn't have Anandamaya. He doesn't know what is Anandamaya. The final thing he doesn't know.
Yeah, that self-actualization. I think the Ananda state is that self-actualization state, right, Guruji?
Yeah, but they speak, but it's like an empty door for them.
Nobody goes to that stage.
And they don't know what is inside the room. See, I have a presentation which I sometimes show called IQ, EQ, SQ. So their science is talking there is some spiritual quotient, but what it is, they don't know.
Yeah. In fact, I have read a book called Corporate Soul, where I came across this PQ, IQ, EQ, and SQ. They said this is the four facet which
They agree.
represent our entire self.
See, they say they are another books, lot of books that we should have goal in life. What kind of goal we should have, they don't talk about. They don't know. You know.
Okay.
All the psychologists agree. If you have goal, your mind is very peaceful. You should have a challenge every day. You should have a goal every day. Then you're very peaceful. We agree to that. But what kind of goal? Like the Kasab had to come and kill innocent 175 people in India. That's stupid. Hai? Just
Right.
being goal. Now you have to qualify the goal. So they don't teach you mind control technique that your goal can be pleasant.
Another problem I'm facing, Guruji, I am not able to go beyond chapter 6 in the quiz. It is always saying that you have not done the previous chapter, though I have done it. But it's saying the content for chapter 7 is closed.
Admins will help you. You know the admins are there. Sheila Mataji, Uma Mataji.
Okay, thank you, Guruji. Thank
Two
you.
things. One thing is that Teachable itself is a leading software. You type on the net itself, you will get an answer for that. Because see, I am also on the learning curve. Somehow found out this software, and as a teacher, I put the content there. Now you also don't think spoon feeding. You also swim now and figure out. Once you jump into the water, you have to figure out what's happening. Correct? Many students itself share that, or the admins, they have taken the responsibility to help you. They will handhold you and go through that. They'll come to your page and see why it's happening. Take it.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Right there, any admin contact me in the group, please have some. They will come to and check with what's happening. Not an issue. Yes.
Prabhuji, I have one question. Can you tell me the whole cost of Bhagavat volumes he is asking?
What is that?
Bhagavata volumes.
Bhagavata or Bhagavad Gita?
Bhagavata.
What is the difference between Bhagavata and
Volumes.
Gita?
Volumes he is asking for.
What are the values in Bhagavata?
Cost of volumes.
Oh, the cost of Bhagavatam. See, you actually should have, first day we should have taken through orientation program. There is something called orientation, when you go join a college, what do? They take you to different departments and all the classes walking. You remember I did that every time you joined a school or a college? So I should have done that on the first day. And to a large degree it is solved because Teachable has taken over the headache, which previously we used to see. This is books in my website. My website is ISKCON. We have 3 ISKCON Mangalore websites. Mangalore ISKCON, ISKCON Mangalore, and mine is ISKCON Mangaluru. Mangaluru. You'll remember that place. And ISKCONmangaluru.com. It's there in your, I think, page also. We can put up this website. Now, this is the books purchase. If you want to purchase books, course material, I think many of you have taken. I hope it is delivered to everybody. There are some issues people have in the mala, that was simple mala which I sent within this budget, but now I'm trying to improve, ordered second set. Now this is Bhagavad Purana, the 18 volumes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just 12 cantos, but it comes in 18 volumes. Each volume this is the size of each book. This is Bhagavad Gita comparison. Can you see that? Each volume is this much big. 18 volumes, 18,000 shlokas. This is very massive. And Bhagavatam shlokas are very big. Gita shlokas are very short. Maybe quarter size only Gita shloka. Bhagavatam shlokas are very big. Big shlokas and 18,000 of them. It's a very beautiful book. You can see all the things are there in Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam has what I talk, Kapila Muni's teaching, which you saw the birth again, death again. Talks about creation, secondary creation. These are the stories of Prithu Maharaj. This is about Bharat Maharaj. This is about, Chitraketu story will start here. This is the Narsimha Leela. This is about Vamana Leela. Ramayana is there in Bhagavatam. Krishna Leela, Dasham Skanda, 90 stories of Krishna are there. The biggest, 1/3 of Bhagavatam is this Dasham Skanda, 90 chapters. Otherwise, are 10 chapters, 12 chapters, the 90 chapters. But it is kept here so that you properly understand who is Krishna, then read about Krishna Leela. Then a conclusion, 2 chapters. Now this 12 cantos, they cost money for printing. This is just the printing cost and transportation. I get from the printer from Bombay and I give it to you. Cost in English 7,500. including transportation, everything. Canada will cost you this much. In fact, transportation is expensive because it's a huge carton box, more than 20 kilos. So we can arrange door delivery for you and Tamil. So this is the costing. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. May I ask a query?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am Biju from Mumbai. My question is, as we understand, the soul cannot be destroyed. That the soul is created every day. New souls are created.
By?
I'm just trying to link because when you look at the population of the species on Earth, it keeps increasing. When the soul is not
now, I need somebody who can answer that. Because you're thinking soul is only in human form. Soul is in every species, no? Now you
Guruji, I can answer.
Yeah, what is the answer?
We have 84,000 species, right? So
84, 100,000, 84 lakh.
100,000 species. So we don't know, you're talking only about the human species. What about the others, the insects, all that which gets extinct? And
Now
the
tell me in the glass of water how many bacteria are there? Millions.
Yes,
Millions.
yes. Thank you.
You know, can you know which species gives biggest weight on Earth? Anybody knows? Biggest weight on Earth. If you say all the species separately.
Insect.
Which one? Ant. Insect, ant. They're the heaviest on Earth. So many. They're small, feather light. Even, you know the corona, how much weight it has presently on Earth? It has, shaken the whole 1 gram. 1 gram. And whole Earth is suspended. It's so interesting. Krishna's material nature is so wonderful. Yes, any other questions?
Yeah, Prabhuji, as you mentioned, the remote control of human being remains with Lord Krishna. Now, in that case, why always human beings are more, driving towards materialistic and more of a bad deed, and Lord Krishna doesn't pull back?
No,
the attraction is.
Remote control means just like in a car, you desire. You have to take a responsibility of desiring. He's the one who drives it. You can't lift the hand also. More philosophy. The material nature is not your servant, God's servant. It will not obey you. It obeys the Lord. You just desire and you lift. You think you're lifted, you didn't lift. The Lord lifted. Therefore, you become paralyzed when he doesn't lift. Not moving. What can you do? He's not lifting.
Right, any direction, any changes only remote control can do. Only
No,
we feel that we are driving.
The only thing is desiring, and desiring changes by good association. Just like, we are sitting together. Now you have a good friend. You start desiring in a better way. So association is the most important thing in life. What person you are associating with. Our discrimination lies there. Now you're supposed half an hour free. You could attend the Gita class. You could watch another movie. Hai na? So association will be very important. Every moment, association will put that Panchakosha we are saying, good association will take you up. Bad association will take you down.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So you're only, see what happens, more on this I'll tell you. So suppose I'm in a very happy stage of mind. The same input I react differently. I was analyzing the situation of Dronacharya and Kamsa. Both of them came to know fear of death. Dronacharya came to know somebody is born to kill me. That was Drishtadumna. The son Drupada did a yagna to get a child to kill. He came to know about that. But he never scared of him. In fact, he came to him only to learn and he taught him how to fight. That was Duryodhana in the second shloka, the first day, he was commenting on his foolishness, correct? But he was a personality much beyond fear of, anyway, I'll die one day. Let me just do my duties. That was much elevated. And here is another person, Kamsa, when he came to know his sister's son is going to kill him, he wanted to kill his sister itself. So same input, they behave differently because different consciousness input is similar, isn't it? So us also case is same, Sometimes somebody doesn't listen to you. Now, two ways we can behave. One way, one way we do, and that's our normal behavior. What is the other behavior? Have a meeting with them, sit down. Is it right? What do you think about it? Then you are a good manager, isn't it? In companies also, sometimes somebody doesn't listen. You close the door, you sit with them. You think it will work out. Please try to understand. with the affection, with love, with compassion, you talk to him. And he says, my God. So able to mold people's mind, you should in a very pleasant stage of consciousness. Otherwise, we just react and hit people here and there and fight with everybody. That's what we are doing. But we're able to transform people, and he's like that, but you can transform him if you're capable.
Exactly. Yeah, one more question.
It depends on what kind of consciousness you are in, correct? So, and that kind of consciousness depends on your association. If your association is very good, your capacity, your leadership quality will keep improving. If your conscious association is there, you're sitting with Krishna, the greatest leader. Imagine he could have reacted. Huh? Now you're talking like this. He didn't do that. I can transform him. That's the good leader or not? You see how much you can learn from Krishna, the best teacher, isn't it? Any one of us would have just shout. I tell you, I would have shouted at the situation. I'm depending on you, and you're making such a. You want to run away from here. Krishna did not one time speak like that. I can transform him. He's a friend. He'll listen to me. I'll talk to him. And when somebody becomes like that, isn't he a real leader? Yeah, he can handle the situation very well. And exactly. Throughout Gita, Krishna was smiling, and he knew he's going to convince him. And at the end of it, and he asked Arjuna, "So, what is your decision? You want to fight?" He knew he has convinced him. Okay, I'll fight. So,
yeah, I think that's why it is told that Lord Krishna is the most emotional, intelligent person, or Lord, when it comes to emotion.
So many ways. Best motivation speech ever spoken was Krishna to Arjuna.
Yeah, he kept on smiling at any situation.
Half an hour he convinced him. Half an hour. And in battle his son died. Abhimanyu died. He didn't run away from the battle. It was very so painful for him. He could not even light his burn his body. He could not do that. He was so much in pain. But he did not leave the battle. That means that half an hour motivation speech was like tremendous. Went inside his heart.
Yes. Yeah, connected to this, one more question, Prabhuji. It's been told that you need to ask apology at the right time. If not, even Lord will not accept. So Duryodhana also asked apology with Sri Krishna, but he didn't accept because it was too late. Just like Ravana also asked, but it was too late. Yeah.
You're expert in Mahabharata. I'm not. Actually, there is never too late to follow the fit of the Lord. Never too late, but for his own good. Sometimes Krishna plans something for somebody's good. Never too late. This I have to I exactly study the Mahabharata. It's like Vibhishana came to the Lord, isn't it? Everybody said, Lord Rama, don't accept. Okay, Lord Rama made a statement, a very famous statement for all of the devotees. I cannot. He said, I cannot refuse. I cannot refuse. Somebody comes to take shelter. Everybody is saying he may spy for Ravana. When Vibhishana came, Lord Rama said, how can I say no? So, really speaking, I would say, how can the Lord say no? He'll never say no if you want to take sincerely the shelter. He was having doubts after a few days because he had Duryodhana had a plan. Within few minutes, I'll finish this, 5 on. We are 100 brothers. What are the 5? I'll make powder out of them. But what powder? He lost all his generals and army was being annihilated. In fact, the day Abhimanyu died, next day Arjuna almost followed his whole army alone. Actually, Arjuna was too powerful. Because of respect for so many things, he was not showing his full power. But that day he was in full real power. And almost ate up his whole army. Reaching Jayadatta, he almost ate. Nothing could stand in front of him that day. So Duryodhana was standing after that. Is he God? Is Krishna God?
Prabhuji, once if we surrender to Krishna, what will happen to our Papa, whatever we did in this Janma and the previous Janmas?
Lord Rama says very nice statement on this. He said, once somebody surrenders to me sincerely, I don't leave him then after that. So now once you surrendered sincerely, now the ticket is ready, only date is not put. You can delay it now. You can buy sincere, you can make it, you can get a quick date, good date you can get. Papa, Krishna says in the end of Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, Sarvadharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam braja. Come take my shelter. Sarvadharman parityaja. Forget your so-called things you are speaking to me. This duty, that duty. Just take my shelter. Aham tvam sarapapebhyo. I'll clear your account. Masucha. Don't worry. So Krishna can, just like a normal president of India, can't he clean up anybody's account? See, we came to the world, but on the way, we got involved in so many things. Just like you're going from your house to somewhere, on the way, you picked up so many fights. So many cases are on your case, head. So if you say, Krishna, I want to come back, so mental energy says, oh, wait a minute, so many cases he has now. We have to punish him severely. So Krishna says, no. Is sincere to come back? Account is closed. Come back. Aham tvam sarpapebhyo mokshayama. Therefore, when you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, the lines in hand change. No astrologer, if he is genuine, will see your hand. If he comes to know you're chanting Harinama, he should not see your hand. And you're directly under the protection of the Lord. You have no business. Kala, karma, nothing has any business with you. A dam is put. All kala, karma is stopped. Don't touch it. The Lord personally takes charge. It is said just sitting below a tree, when you clap, what happens? All the crows fly away. All the karma flies away when you chant the name of the Lord. So it is so auspicious.
Prabhuji, here.
And particularly Adhika Masa. That's why I'm requesting, you're not going to lose anything if you chant. 1,000 times more. Either like 1,000 malas you're doing every mala. Super lottery. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. It comes after 3 years. Chant. Take full advantage. Nothing to lose and everything to gain. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, can we have all the PPTs like you have shared the day 13 PowerPoint like that? Can we have all these PowerPoints with us, or is it only?
I've shared all the PowerPoint. Which one?
Not every day's, Prabhuji. We just get the YouTube links, but not the PowerPoints of every day.
You get the YouTube link and the PDF also. No, not in the WhatsApp groups. All in the Teachable app. When you go to the Teachable to your assignment, you see the above the PDF is there. Download that. It is difficult to share PPT. We are sharing PDF. PPT in the form of PDF.
Right.
If you want, you write to me. I can share my drive itself.
Oh, fantastic. Wow.
I share with the teachers actually the drive. I can share it.
Prabhuji, this is Jiju here. One question. There are like our population, human population has always increased over the ages. Please forgive me if it is a silly question. So human population has increased over the ages. So
you cannot say like that. Now, I'll just say this here axiom. We will test the axiom. How many of you agree? Mahabharata, how many children Dhritarashtra had? 100. And tell me, anybody is having 100 children today? I doubt that statement, because it said in the Mahabharata war itself, the number of people died is something like 64 crores or something. Huge number. That means now you calculate out, because that much of the Kshatriyas on the battlefield who died. That means there are children of Kshatriyas, there are Kshatriya, Vaishya, Brahmana. Everybody did not come to the battle. Women were not there. Double you can make of the population. So that calculation, I feel in Mahabharata time was more than today. My calculation.
okay, actually, I was thinking of the statistics that is available.
The modern historian. That's all. Last 100, 200 years.
The souls being reborn. That was my question. Like, how do we correlate the numbers? So is it other?
Just I unmuted you. Okay, unmute yourself. Somebody's speaker is making.
Yeah, the souls that are being reborn. I was trying to correlate the numbers actually. So that's where this confusion came. So like you mentioned in this chapter, other organisms are also being reborn as human beings.
Yeah. That's going on, and they're not. Humans are not going up. They're stuck here. They could have gone up, go to Devaloka, go to Vaikuntha Loka, but they're here only. So population is from below, they're coming above, and above are stuck up. And sometimes they're going down, actually. They don't even go up. If there is no guarantee. Some people have made a philosophy, once human, always human. This nonsense philosophy. It doesn't make sense. Whatever desire you have, you get a body accordingly. You see some people go in the scuba diving nowadays, very popular among rich kids. Yeah, better Krishna is better making fish, be happy. And the lowest is fish. Jalajanavalakshani Stavara Lakshmimshati Kirmayo Rudra Sankaya Pakshina Dashalakshana.
Oh, again, he has to rise up.
Millions of years, he will come to human form. So unfortunate. So human life, if you take in the time scale of the 84 lakh, is just few moments you are having. If you say 100 years, I would take your experience of life and put all the species in that 100 years, you divide the time in another way, few moments. So therefore, we should really do what we are doing now. Hear Bhagavad Gita, chant Hare Krishna, don't waste a second. Just like you are climbing Tirupati hill and you get darshan for 30 seconds, correct? That 30 seconds, at least open your heart to the Lord, whatever it is. You have some desire, no desire, you want to serve Him, you want to love Him, open your heart for that 30 seconds. You are in His presence, isn't it? Don't we do that?
Yes.
Don't we do that? We keep thinking what I'm going to say to Him, what I'm going to say. When you're meeting an important person, you're waiting outside you had experience or not? We keep going through, I'll tell this, Anna, so that the few minutes you get with Him are not exact words to speak. The same way, when you're going to the Lord, you get only a few minutes. You should in a human form of life, you get only a few minutes. Don't waste a single second. Sir, labdava sudullabam idam bahu sambhavante. You got this life after many births. Turnam yatet anumrittu yavat. Quickly endeavor before death comes. Quickly endeavor. Vishaya khalu sarvata sayat. Sense gratification will live very good. Suppose on that time you have 30 seconds in front of the Lord, you're talking to somebody. That you can do before or after. No, why are you doing now? Correct. You're asking some question to somebody and you miss the darshan. I didn't pray to the Lord. What do people say? You're an idiot. You are. 30 seconds you got all. You should have focused. So we are in the human form of life is actually an opportunity. We should totally focus. With eating, sleeping, all this foolishness, we have done enough of that. Watching movies, watching the silly cricket. Now again started the nonsense. What is there? One idiot is hitting a ball, another idiot is running behind the ball. You know, better work to do. We look at ourselves, we are really foolish. Hannah? We waste a lot of time. And then next day analysis goes on for hours. We watch the cricket match for hours, keep analyzing. He did well, he didn't well. We are reading again. And we identify with one team. And we want that team to win. So same thing in politics. We identify with one party. Dvanda moha nirmuktam. Become free from all the dualities of the world. Then you focus your mind on the Lord.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Can you hear me clearly? Prabhuji, Shobha Mataji requested me to translate English quiz to Kannada. Because she doesn't have from fifth chapter to 18th chapter. So could you please share me the PDF of English?
Go to the quiz and download the quizzes.
But yesterday I tried it, but I downloaded only second chapter. So after second chapter, I couldn't able to download actually.
The quizzes.
So is there quizzes? So it is locked actually. So it is showing that you have to attend all the Gita classes, then it will be unlocked. So up to 2 quizzes, I can download.
No, it should go. It should go next. Naturally, you've solved the quizzes, you should go to the next.
Yeah, I already solved 2 quizzes. So after solving 2 quizzes, it has got locked.
No, it is not.
So could you please share me the PDF if you have any PDF of all the chapters, Prabhuji?
It was made directly there. You can download. Try please, because all the people have done all the quizzes here. All the people here have done till 12 chapters.
Okay. So yesterday I tried 2 to 3 times. Okay.
Some mistake.
Try refreshing the page probably.
Ask them, everybody will tell you. Now they have become expert or teachable. See, I don't know what is as a student. You only know. I did my job as a teacher. Now you have to do as a student. Figure out for other people. They will help you out. Okay? You go there and keep downloading to quizzes. Okay?
Actually, use the arrow. The right arrow is there. Use
Top
that
right
to
corner,
move the
there
next
is an
step.
arrow.
Yeah, I tried that right arrow. So it is stopping up to second chapter.
So on the second
so
chapter, use the
that,
right arrow.
You have to attend all the.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to give correct answers and go to the next chapter.
Or you can just click on the.
I have got 100%.
What is that? What do you click on what?
You can click on the course material and you'll see all the chapters listed. So you can pick whichever chapter you want to go to.
Yeah, you can click on the course material. Okay, do that.
Okay.
That will show the entire
I know what I'm
syllabus.
supposed to do. See, my way of working is I figured out what I have to do. Now you have to struggle because don't worry, it's the world #1 software. Even you type on the net, it will tell you where you're getting because the Teachable is a popular software. It's a standard problems. Everybody will have same things. Once you figure out, people have figured out. Mostly, I think people have figured out. I think 80-90% people now no problem. They know how to swim now. They jumped into the water Teachable and they started flapping the hands. What is this? Which button to press? It's good, no learning experience.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Just a reminder for the techniques. 27 techniques.
I have not 2 minutes are remaining. Oh, we did how many? Yesterday we did how many?
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Yeah.
May I? Arpita here. Okay. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my question is, like there are so many superstitions running everywhere. So what happens, somebody who has never read any religious book, they will come and say, don't do this. It's a superstition. This thing will happen. So I asked them, okay, where it has been written. So Vedas say this, Bhagavad say this, Ramayana says this. So I encountered them. Okay, you just show me, enlighten me where it has been written, who has told you about the superstition or anything they said. So I suppose it's not being offensive to the religion because I'm not doubting the book or the religion, but I'm asking them that what you are trying to say. Like,
see, what all we discussed till now, these are the science. We are dealing with the science.
Yes.
And dealing with the science, you can able to now understand what is wrong and right. Correct?
Yes.
Most of the people don't have that philosophical mind to go to the depth of the subject. And they just follow something, do like this. Particularly, I'm in South India now. Oh my God, full of rules and regulation. Wash hand like this.
oh yes.
More. North India, not so much. Here, so much. People are very rigid about the things they do. This is not right. This is this is auspicious. This is inauspicious.
That's true. Because those people are very rigid.
Living in a society sometimes to some extent, which is not very difficult thing. We just do it off. Otherwise, they make big upatra.
That's true.
But
so
yeah,
I simply ask them.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. But now, as you're studying, things are becoming better. No?
Yes, yes. In fact, prior to this also, I was very open to the new ideas. I was very flexible. I wasn't even rigid. I was like, okay, enlighten me, show me, just tell me. I'm not a good reader. I have not read any Vedas. I am not that enlightened person. Just bring me the Vedas or book that you are saying that our religion says. Okay, let's show me. They're like, no, Panditji, and this is like, it's coming from ages and you should also follow this. So we cannot be rigid about these
See what
things.
happens. I tell you, I had a similar experience like you. I was inquisitive and I asked my father all the questions. Why you're doing? We used to do 2.5 hours puja every day. So why do you do? And he will not be able to answer me. And then I stopped. I said, I don't believe in all this thing. And I became very agnostic and all. So, but later when I could understand the science, I read Bhagavad Gita, then he could not stop me because I went ahead of him. Because he was more ritualistic, then I was more, practical. Then I was sitting chanting whole day. Hare, what you are doing? Whole day you're chanting. I said, yes, when I do properly, not just as a, as a ritual. I put my heart into it. So yeah, but it's good to be in that way, questioning and understanding. That's good. Then we do things very deeply. But this course has been at least to understand the concepts.
Yes.
So I hope that picture is correct.
Yeah, it is. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, you can write to me. Anybody, suppose, the time is limited, you can write. And, I will have 7-8 days free after this course and before the next. I answer every mail. Aram se I'll answer.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
I just want to, there is a couple of questions about the other study material, but for example, I think like the mind control, it's not in Teachable, right, Prabhuji?
Okay, I'll put, now just wait a minute. If you give an account number, ICICI transfer Indians. Yeah. Account number, yesterday night, I've already put in the WhatsApp group, it's there. Okay, ICICI Bank, I have a personal account number, not trust. Better to transfer to trust. It's there. You can do the details. Rajesh, it is there. Yesterday night, I think in all groups I put up. And the chanting wala, thank you very much. Yeah. So some study material is not there. Yeah, I'll put it up. 1 to 6, how do you attain bhakti from karma? 7 to 12. Yeah. Okay, 1 to 6 was bhakti to karma, because karma yoga is that. Through karma, your activities gradually are dovetailing to the Lord. 1 to 6. 7 to 12 is bhakti itself. And 13 to 18 is how to attain bhakti through jnana. Yeah, Preeti Balaji is saying it's working out. I am able to download everything from Teachable. Please pardon me. I'm also on the learning curve. I've just entered that thing one day before, not one day before. Morning 6 o'clock is the class. Night 3:30. I could up that link. Whole night I was trying to something I was stuck in, and I wrote so many queries to Teachable, and they don't work on weekends. The course started on Monday, I think. We were like, somehow somebody in Teachable replied, and we figured out a mistake and we did it. Yeah, birth and death of the video can be shared. Please do that. Share among all. Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan Jiju. 3 parts of the. Okay.
Guruji, I have one doubt, Guruji.
Now we go. Aarti. All is doubtfully over. Just see the Lord's. And there is one more thing, at 8 o'clock I have Bhagavatam class. There I can keep discussing. Just you have to give half an hour break. Now 7:30 to 8 is Aarti. Then after Bhagavatam class, I am open. We can go on discussion till 10 o'clock. I am free after that. Okay, you can be in the Bhagavatam class if time permits. Or 8 o'clock, you can join back. Same link, Bhagavatam class will continue. I'll explaining Brahma's some teachings to Narada. Then we can ask as many questions there. Okay?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Gupta ji here.
Gupta ji, वो जाएंगे किधर?
Sir, that doubt I will ask, sir, in Bhagavata class. That one doubt.
Yeah.
Should we attend Bhagavatam class in this Zoom or Team?
You can Zoom also. This computer goes down. This link goes down. The 2 computers are sitting in front of me because most of the people will find it inconvenient to change. So this laptop is going down.
Okay.
See, I'm transferring the host now. So it'll go to my laptop below. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Jiju.